Funny thing happens in national parks. Animals feel so safe and protected because they're not hunted or bothered that they get very comfortable around people. I'd like you to meet my new friend. He just walked into the campsite and started a conversation. This is Kouchibouguac National Park in New Brunswick, Canada. On the Gulf of St. Lawrence, it's especially famous for a long beach and the warmest swimming waters in maritime Canada. It's late September and most of the songbirds have left, but there's still a lot of birds here for me to find, but this one found me. So, Ruffed Grouse, what do you want to talk about? You know I'm not allowed to feed you. Oh, that's right. Once a grouse has a territory, it doesn't really go very far from that for the rest of its life. And I've seen more of this park today than he's ever seen. Favorite spot in the park? I guess for me it'd be the bog trail. About 1/5 of the park is bog, and this one is massive. There's even an observation tower. This bog is delicate but still growing, so there's a boardwalk over it. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I think any plant that eats bugs is cool. There's so little nutrition out here in the bog, the plants get the nutrition wherever they can, even if it means capturing insects and eating them. So pitcher plant, shaped like a pitcher, water gets in there, downward facing hairs keep any bug that falls in, lured by the scent, in there to digest. Reindeer moss, which is actually a lichen, or maybe it is reindeer lichen. You get up to Newfoundland and you can lie on that like a mattress, it's so thick and big. Song sparrow. I was expecting Lincolns. Palm warbler. Yellow rump warbler. I don't know why. I just like cotton grass. I gotta say, this may be the biggest bog I have ever been in. Are we sure we should be having this conversation? I'm from Maine. I know what you taste like. Okay. Huh? No, I think you'd hate the most popular spot. That's Kelly's. That's the long beach with the boardwalk that goes over the lagoon. That's what most people come to this park for, especially in summer. It gets really crowded, not like it is now. This Canadian National Park is enthralling because it has a big beach, but to get to it, you have to cross a lagoon. Hence one of the most iconic boardwalks in North America. Unbelievable. If I were here in midsummer, this would be so crowded, but it's September 21st and there is nobody on this beach or boardwalk. Well, my wife Sandy is here and she wishes I would stop calling her a nobody. In the last 6 weeks of summer, the lagoon mudflats can be packed with southbound shorebirds, greater yellowlegs. There are 3 different shorebird species in this bunch. Dunlin are usually the last shorebirds to pass through from the Arctic. Sanderlings here and over on the beach. Semi-palmated plovers come through in waves, and it's the youngsters that arrive last. This is ridiculous. This is one of the most famous beaches in maritime Canada, and there is not a single person on it besides me. The beach side is just as interesting. Common terns hang out with the gulls. Youngsters are mostly on their own, but that doesn't keep them from begging. Sanderlings can be on either side of the dunes, but they particularly like the beach where the waves wash up. Tide is coming up, so the ruddy turnstones are just going to hang out until it drops. Whenever I look at the ocean, it looks back. Gray seals are abundant next to the beach. And savanna sparrows are abundant in the dunes. It's a crowded place, even when nobody is here. Salt Marsh Trail, now that would be worth your while because I saw one of your relatives there yesterday. And then I see your cousins. A female spruce grouse walks out of the woods with at least 3 adult chicks right on the edge of the parking lot. And then just up the path, Dad walks out of the woods and gives me a scornful eye. Female with 3 youngsters right here, male right here. So now you know where to find spruce grouse. It's always fun when a flock of yellow rump warblers comes through. Yeah, there are a lot of moose here, but they tend to be back in the woods this time of year. It's rutting season, plus there's a lot of people in the woods hunting moose and grouse. The Acadian forest was a pine forest before Europeans arrived. Then all the tall timbers became masts in the British Navy, or logs for colonial cabins. The best remnant of that forest is along the Pines Trail. Kouchibouguac is not owned by Canada. They're borrowing it from the red squirrels. And the birds, young hermit thrush. Beaver Trail is okay, but if I were going to skip one, this would be it. So it's Beaver Trail, but the beaver aren't here and haven't been since 1986. Maybe the best easy hike is Clairefontaine Trail, which is named after the village that was here before the park was created. It's a nice walk in the woods along Rankin Brook, the Black River, and the Kouchibouguac Lagoon. With a name like Kouchibouguac, it's got to be good. Kouchibouguac.
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 Yes, but put an accent on the first syllable. Kouchibouguac.
Kouchibouguac. Micmac were and are the First Nation inhabitants of this area for over 3,000 years. Kouchibouguac means river of the long tides in the native tongue. All of this place is historically and culturally significant, but the Micmac Cedar Trail is particularly important. It's a spiritual place with healing qualities. This cedar swamp is very special to the Mi'kmaq people. It's got medicinal and spiritual qualities, and yeah, I get it. One thing I like about a lot of Canadian national parks, they do a very good job of local First Nation interpretation. And you really can grasp the spirituality and the precious resource the land gives us. And wherever you go in Canada, same thing. First Nations are respected, I hope. Okay, we both got to get breakfast. Thanks for stopping by.